where they were able to get on their run. I believe it was 14-0 run or something like that they had. We got the shots that we wanted. We got to come away with the makes. Sean was the only one in that first 10 minutes to even score a field goal. And I thought our guys had opportunities from Nick Honor, Noah Carter, to Bates, and everyone else who played or missed a field goal. The ball just didn't go in for us. Overall, I think, our guys did a great job fighting back in that second half, trying to make it an interesting game. We cut it down to one possession. And that just says, our guys are fighting and trying to give their very best, and situational. We almost gave ourselves a chance at the end of the game.
All right, questions for Coach Gates and Noah Carter?
Yeah, Coach, you touched on it a little bit, but just defensively, what do you think was kind of the difference in the second half that let LSU find a rhythm?
I thought our missed shots allowed them to get out quickly, and then they recovered some second chance points as well. I thought, our guys just didn't get back in transition fast enough. And when we did, we fouled. They ended up shooting 37 free throws, and we got 25 free throws in the second half. And some of that was because we were trying to foul at the end. But ultimately, we wasn't able to get, and execute on that foul line in the first. But in the second half, we did. We got to the foul line 15 times in the second half, which I thought was awesome. But in that first half, we wasn't able to extend that lead. So sometimes you got to be able to keep these guys out of their flow. And the ball was going in instead of the second half. We were just trying to get stops, and we didn't do a job of getting them in half court.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Dennis, you mentioned on Thursday that after this game you were going to reassess and reevaluate your goals heading into the tournament. I'm just wondering what that process is going to look like over the next day or two.
It's going to basically just go through the stat sheet, the overall stat sheet of the season, and look at rotations, look at and keep guys in their strengths. I thought seeing Trent Pierce out there giving his very best, he ran out of gas in the second half, but he had a great first half. Things like that'll allow us some type of rhythm, whether it's the lineup or even the second half lineup or even the play calls. So I just got to look at it from a top to bottom standpoint, inside and out.
Noah, what are you kind of taking away from this game, and how do you, as one of the older guys on the team, help energize the rest of the guys heading into the tournament?
I would say my takeaway is that we're going into a new season. Everybody's 0-0, so we got to look at it that way, and we got to get prepared for going down to Nashville. So just prepare that way, and be ready that us seniors, we know this is our last go around, so be ready for it, and go out there and push and make a run.
The other thing I would say is we turned the ball over. Obviously, that was part of their transition. We were negative in that category. To win on the road, you got to have a positive assist to turnover ratio. We didn't do that. We gave them over 24 points in the paint. Some of those were fast breaks. We gave them 8 extra points in the second half off turnovers, and second chance points. We gave them 13 in the second half. So they did a good job, and then they had 15 fast break points. So they did a good job in the second half of doing and getting those easy looks. And Hannibal had an outstanding, stat sheet, 7 to 10 from the field goals, 24 points. So he did a great job.
Yeah, Noah, kind of like Coach said earlier, you guys got off to a pretty decent start offensively. So what was working for you early on? And then was there any adjustment that LSU made where that kind of slowed y'all down in the second half?
I honestly think the biggest thing was that we were getting stops defensively, and we were able to push the ball. And, we kind of didn't really have to, do too much offensively, and it was kind of flowing with us. And then the adjustment was they were getting out in transition, getting buckets, and also, we had we weren't getting as many stops. So we weren't able to run out and transition ourselves. So it just the game kind of flipped on us, and that's why it was different.
Any other questions for Coach Noah? All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.